Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope the videos I have been shared with you is almost you are being able to grab up the words and the concept what I taught to you. So as today we're gonna study about what are the Python scope and module. Then we're gonna study about what are the Python dates. Then we will shift to the JSON. So there is the three main topic of today that are the scope and modulus. Then we are going to shift to it's a module, sorry. Then we're gonna shift to Python dates. Then we are gonna give a JSON. Okay, these are the three topics today we're gonna perform about. And moreoverly, now moving to the concept of what is a scope, what is a Python scope, and how a Python scope is being performed according to basic definitions I can tell you. Okay, and moreover this part is important as well as the module too, because it's gonna be functionable part. So Python scope is basically a variable. It is a variable and a variable that is only available only when it is available. Sorry, it is only available from inside the region of it. Okay, from the inside the region of it region when it is actually created, correct. And this is the proper definition to learn upon is a variable that is only available from inside the region when it is created upon, and this is called the scope in a Python. So we have a local scope. Okay, now what is the local scope and what are the, we're gonna perform the example also of it. So the local scope is also like scope as any function, any variable that is being available from inside the region that is almost created. What is the local what is your local scope? A local scope create inside a particular function. Okay, a scope is just a variable from where it is available from the inside region, whereas your local scope is that is also a variable that is created inside the region or the function, we can say. Okay, so that is this is created inside a function. Okay, inside the particular function in it, and moreover that function used to belong to the local scope. Okay, that function used to be performing to the local scope, because this is the important thing we need to carry upon, and that function can only be used inside that particular function in it. So a variable created inside a function is also available inside that particular function. So what is the basically how we can declare a scope variable? So here I am performing def and my function, correct. If I'll write that my x contains a value of 300, correct, and I need to print that x, print that x in it, and then I'll give that my function to be declared upon what my function is to be declared. So let us check the output of it. So the my function already have a value of, it is a local scope, it is going to redirect to a function, and my function and x has the value of it, and x will print out some value, and that function is almost redirected to it only. Okay, I think this is the basic clear program you need to understand, because it is obviously when you understand the small programs the bigger you can make upon. So yes, so now moving forward, the functional insight. Okay, what is a function inside of it? When I'll say that it is a function inside function, so from the word only we have a better idea that So just a minute. Okay, so the word only we have a better idea that it would have one more function inside a function. If I'll say that this is a box, okay, this is a carton or a box, okay, and inside again a box is presented, correct? But this is also a box and this is also a box. Inside a box there is another box, okay. So similarly with function inside a function, already a function is declared. In that similarly we have to declare one more function in it. So the variable x, like over the program we used to that, the variable x is not is not available from the outside of the function, but if we avail that function inside that function, so it would be coming as the function inside function. Okay, if I'll say that the same program I'm going to perform, okay, under this what I'll do, I'll print more function in it, like in x only. If I'll say that at def my inner function, correct, and I need to print this as well as I need to print my inner function too, correct. If I'll print this again, there is a line, okay, def keyword, correct. So the answer would be fourth line indentation error, yeah. The answer is still the 300 because we have given one more function inside my function, that is in my function we added my inner function also. There are two functions in it, that is one my function and another one is my inner function, correct. And similarly it has to be performed in every case in it. Now moving forward to what is your global scope. We read about the local scope, we read upon the function, inner function, and we also read upon a part of your, we can say that the global function. Now we're gonna study about. Now it is global function, global scope, correct. Now we're gonna study about what are the global function in it, and also when I'll say that the global function is already performed, it means like it has a value that can be assigned further also. A variable, in this a variable is created, in this a variable is particularly created inside outside of it, okay, and a variable created outside of basically we can say outside of a function, okay, and that is your basic definition of your global function, a variable that is created outside a function, okay. Whereas in your local function, inner in the particular inner only a function is a variable is created upon, okay. And moreover, like if I'll say that this is a box and then another box is there, there is a smaller box, and I need to like this box I made, okay. From this box I have made this box also, okay, by cutting in edges and all, about the shortening and all, okay. That is created the outside part, okay. Whereas in your function and function we have inside only that box is particularly contained upon, okay. Now coming to the naming of your variable, how the naming of your variable is found, how we name a variable. Let us shift above. Okay. It's a naming a variable, correct. Now how we name a variable in it, so if you operate any of your if we can operate any of your operate with the same variable name inside the outside of the function also, so Python will treat them both as a separate variables, and whereas only one will available in a global scope, another one will be given to a local scope, okay. like if I say I have x, okay, I have a same variable x and x. Okay, when and it has been operated simultaneously in a parallel part, and Python will treat this one as 1, this one as 2. Okay, and these both would be given, first one will be, or the second one, any of it, first one or second one will be the global, and another one will be your local. Okay, global means it is created outside, and the local means it is created inside. Correct? This is created outside and this is created inside of it. So naming a variable defines like how a function is printed as a particular positional part. Okay, the function will print the x only. Okay, but the another function will also print the x, but in the global and your local scope, we can say that in a basic definition of it. So if I'll show you one more example in a similar only, if I'll say that my x is 300, okay, and after that I'll define a function of my function, correct? If I'll say this, and after that again if I'll say that x is equals to 200, sorry, that x is equals to 200, and I need to print that x, particular x, what that particular x would be. Okay, again I'm printing that x part, again I'm printing that my function part, and again I'm printing that variable part should be taken as the x part. Correct? If I'll run this program, so the answer is 200 and 300. Correct? First of all, it will take our inner value. Okay, as an inner value it will take x, we have two part, and first it will print as an x, then it will print as a functional intake. Okay, so basically the function will print the local x only, and then the code will print the global x. Okay, first of all the local has been printed, then the global is there. Okay, I need to correct over here also, this is vice versa. Okay, so this is the basically the point where you can share about the naming of particular variable in it. So about the keyword also, if you need to have a global keyword, basically we have a global keyword also in it. If I'll say that this is my global keyword, and what is my global keyword, so it would be like any, but the keyword would be written as global. Okay, this is the keyword. Okay, and what it will help, if we need anything to create a global variable, but we are stuck in between in your local scope, so we can use a global keyword. It will make our variable globally available. Okay, if I'll say you one a global example, if I'll say that a def my function, I'll say that a def my function global x. Okay, and what is x? X is 300. Right? If I'll say that my function, and again I need to print x. Okay, let us run this program. The error is in line number 5. Okay, print x. What is the error in this? My function, I guess I haven't. So yeah, the output is 300. Global, already the word is okay. If I'll say that this is not running or any of that, and also we use the global keyword if you don't want to, or if you want to make a change in a global variable inside a functional part. Okay, and moreover it can have the 2 value also, 3 value also, 5 values also, but that time you just need to add more of the variables basically. Okay, and basically what happens is when you create more than one variable in a one function, so it will not give you the particular output, but it will give you the standardization of your variable part. Okay, I think now we're gonna skip to a part of your Python date. That is a small topic, but still we need to do. So yeah, if I'll make a line over here. Okay, I'm making a line over here. It's Python dates. Now, what is the Python date? So, Python date, a date in a Python is not the data type actually. Okay, it is not a data type actually. It is owned by basically we can import. Okay, we can import a module name. It is a module that named as datetime. Okay, and that works with us in a date as well as the object as in date object, or the as the date only as in date object. Okay, it is particularly gives us a date as an date object, correct? Yeah, so basically it has a very small the output of it. Just let's get an idea, but I don't know if it takes the value or not. If I'll say just I need to import date time, I don't think so it will take or not, but the program is almost correct. You can take it as in a Visual Studio also. Date time dot now. Correct. If I'll print x, if I'll say that the print the value of whom, I need to print the value of x. Okay, if I'll print it, yeah, it took that. Got it. So it took the time that is 09, that is I don't know what wrong time it took. It's 24. The time is date is okay, but my time is somewhat in 24 hour. So yeah, it takes the good one. Okay. If I'll similarly ask it only the time, is it possible? No, it is not, but still we can apply in it. And more oftenly when we execute any of the program. So this is the particularly it is the good one only. So basically when we execute any of the example of it, it will give a date, it will contain a date, it will contain a year, it will contain month, day, hour, minute, second and microsecond. Okay, this is hour, minute, second and microsecond. Okay, in this, and you can see that how deeply it would go on actually. So the date time module has many methods to return the particular information in it as in form of your data objects. So basically whenever you need to create a data object, you need to apply the data object, you can do it, but basically with synopsis of it. Okay, if I'll give you one more example of it, as in just to show you how we get an air particular air in it. If I'll instead of this, if I'll say that I need only and only air. Okay, let's print it out. So it will only give me the air. You can see 2022. If I'll say that I only need a day of it, we can also get a day. If I'll say the string, in string what I need is I need a day particular. To get a day you need to write percent a in your double quotation. It gave me the error in the fourth line only. So what is the error in the strft hote hai, I guess so na? So this is wrong. Strft it is. Let us run strft. Okay, good one. So yeah, so it gave me the day also, the Thursday today, and 2022 it is the air. Okay, so this is the thing you need to carry on, that for an air and for a day we need to print these two lines over here. Okay, we need to print these two lines over here, basically to just an configuration part of it. Okay, what if you need to create a data object? If instead of this, if I say that I need to create a data object, similarly I'm doing it. Okay, if I'll say that I need to create a particular data object, I don't need to seek anything. 5, 17. After that, when I'll print the X, it will give me a value of it. So yeah, it gave me a value that is 2025 and 17. Okay, the year, the month, the day. Okay, the date part. Okay, it gave me, and but it will not give me a particular the time in it. So the date time also contains basically also contains the parameters we can take for the time and the time zone it is, for every minute, for every hour, for every second, for every microsecond, or the time zone also we can create, but they are optional to do so. And by default, if you need only and only particular the stuff method, it can be used. So there is a word that is strft, string fate time method, that is used to, that is also a datetime object, and that has a method to format the data objects into the readable strings, and that method is called the string method, string time method, and also takes a one parameter, that is format, to specify the format of the returning string basically, and that returning scale that string is being able to pursue. If I'll say you, like similarly we will do it, if I'll tell you to obtain the month, how do we used to get in a month? If I'll say that at 2 1 18 comma 6 comma 1, okay, and then we close the bracket. If I need to print that, what I need to print is print x and str, it is strft. Okay, and in this I need to get the percent, again the same, the percent part of b, and let's print it out. So it gave me the June, because 6th is the month of the June. Okay, so it is the basically type of it you can configure out with the more of the readable form, we can say. And the readable form is also given to basically a functional part in your Python, and it is easy to use also, because sometimes there are projects and where we need to implement the daytime and we need to seek also of it, so it is basically the conditional part of it. Now moving forward to the JSON part in the Python, let's do it, the JSON part. Let me, so we are going to work upon the JSON in Python. What is JSON in Python? Correct. So the Python has an inbuilt function, or the package we can say, and which is called JSON. Okay, it is the inbuilt package, and that inbuilt package is known as the JSON. Correct, and which can we use to work upon the JSON data, and to write this we used to import the JSON module in it, and we used to write the import JSON module. Okay, if we have any JSON string, or we need to parse it also by using any of the data, we use to write that as in JSON load. It is write as a JSON load, correct. and in a circular bracket. And this is the method to know about how a method is being forgot upon it. How do we parse a JSON and convert a JSON to a Python? So let me give you an example of it. Give me a minute. Let me comment this as an JSON in Python. I'll say that I need to import JSON, and in that, if I'll say that some JSON I'm just writing upon as an okay, and if I'll say in that JSON, okay, I'm just writing the name we have name geeks, okay, correct, and in this age, anything you can write age, okay, age is 30 or 25, we can say 28, or where does this geeks live? Okay, we can also write this as in city, that we can say India. Okay, and now I need to get it as a parse of x. If I'll say that the JSON y of the JSON dot lots of x, and I need to print y, but in y we need to get off the age of it. Let's run this. There is an error in line number 5. Okay, age is always here. It is in string part. So the age is 28. See what happened is it has parsed. First of all, we gave some JSON to this, and after that, we have done a parse of x, and in parse of x we give a y that is to be loaded as in JSON in the terms of x. So all the values of x has been came in y, and moreover then we printed like the what is the value of y in terms of age. If I'll say in this only the value of name and print this, so it is geeks, correct. So it is basically just to show where a function is been converted. What if I'll say that we have to go with you can say that I need to go with only and only to Python. Now we did as in JSON to Python, now let's do with the Python to JSON. Okay, now however it is used by the JSON dump method. Okay, it will convert into a JSON string by using a JSON dump method. Okay, instead of writing this, let's only write JSON dump. Okay, if I'll run this, the fourth, okay, JSON dumps, it's dumps, yeah, correct. So you can read your error also in your the basic what you are being performing. Okay, I need to only print y. So the answer, you can see that it is the name of geeks and new age. Okay, just I'll let you know one more the correct method to use this. Okay, I know one of the most simplest way. This is in your terms only. Okay, if I'll say that this is in another line, this is in another line, and this is in another line. Correct. If I'll print this again, so it will give me the name geeks. It is looking much more good than the prior one. So it will give me a name geeks, age 28. We haven't gave this as a sequential part of it, but still it has appeared in the one of the diagnosed part. So you can convert the Python object of various data types, that is dictionary, list, tuple, strings. Then we have int, float, true, false, and none. Okay, we can convert that Python objects into a different data types that I have mentioned in it. And we can also convert the Python objects into JSON by as using a strings part, and we can print the value. But by using that only the dumps method, that is your JSON dumps. So basically you can apply this all with a basic the sequential part. So JSON is just a syntax for storing and exchanging of the data formulations. Okay, JSON is a text. JSON is written or text written in a JavaScript. Okay, object notation. Okay, it is just to get through a little. So the JSON only means that the JavaScript object or notation. Okay, and basically we can perform any of your JSON files in your the degree of affirmations, we can say. Okay, I think this much is clear to you. Thanks for watching. Stay